there folks, it's Sandra and I'm here planting some tomatoes in the garden. I thought I'd give you some tips on how to get the best tomato plants out of your garden this summer. So when we buy plants, our tendency is to take it out of the pot, plant it in the ground to cover what the soil is and just go with that. However, with tomato plants, you really need to take a couple extra steps. For one, when you look at this tomato plant, you'll see there's all kinds of little hairs growing along it. And what those actually are is the roots starting to form. So with a tall plant like this, your best way to plant it is to, instead of making a hole, think about making a trough, lay your plant in sideways and bury the plant right up until about the top 6 inches or so. You're going to have a much stronger plant. As these little hairs grow, they become roots and you'll get a much stronger root ball and a much better and higher yielding plant. So tomato plants need to be planted 18 inches to 2 feet apart. So I've got my first one in the ground and I'm just going to get my second one ready here. Instead of digging a hole, I think about making a trough. Okay, just like that. What you want to make sure as well when you're planting your tomato plants, if you've got a prevailing wind, here in this garden it's northwest, we plant the plants laying down to go with the wind. It'll just help them to be stronger as well. So I'm going to give my pot a little squish here, make sure my roots are nice and loose. And I'm going to take the stick out. I do want to know what kind of tomato this is. However, when I lay my root ball down in the ground and bury it, my stick would be down there. So I'm going to bury my plant right up till about, there. Okay, and I'm going to put my name label at the top here, so this summer I'll know that those are my Super Steak tomatoes. Okay, I know it looks like your plant's laying down. Within a couple days, the green part that's sticking out will be upright and it'll look like a tomato plant just like any other. And within a week to 2 weeks, the part that's underground is going to be covered in roots and going to give you a really nice strong plant. The one thing that you do have to remember when you're hoeing this summer, that your root ball is over there and your plant is over here. So don't get too vigorous in there with your hoe or you're going to slice it right off and then you won't be very happy. So you want to make sure that you take some care when you're hoeing around your plant. The next step that you need to do with your tomato plants, or at least we recommend, is add some manure, hen manure particularly. Partly because it's a great organic product. It's produced in Quebec. It's a nice Canadian company. And also because it's fortified with calcium. And the reason that calcium is important is it helps prevent blossom end rot. And what you really just need to do is put a nice handful there. It's a natural product, so I don't really even worry about using gloves. Certainly I'm going to want to wash my hands afterwards, but it's not harmful in any way. It's not toxic. It's not harmful to plants or pets or anything like that, or children. And it's a great way to have nice, strong plants and a great yield on your tomatoes this summer. So have fun planting your tomatoes and happy gardening.